Let's get more on the Attorney General's press conference, especially on the Signals Bureau case from counsel for Adu Boahene, lawyer Samuel Atta Akyea. Honorable, thank you so much for your time. The AG in his address touched on the trial of your client. Generally, would you say your client is being given a fair opportunity to mount an effective defense?
Well, so far, we've not mounted our defense. On the contrary, it is the prosecution witness number 2 who's trying to explain matters very exculpatory of our client. So this is what is going on. We have not said one thing, but guess what is happening? The one that they commandeered to come and testify against our client is trying to explain even some issues of national security, which are very consistent with our client's innocence.
Aside the issue or the impact it will have on your client's image, would it have any detrimental impact on the case itself?
Well, the case, if we should look at it critically, is national security on trial. And there is nothing untoward that the evidence is showing now, which is incriminating our client, unfortunately. Because, for example, somebody wanted to imagine that there was a state BNC account. It turned out to be the coordinator's account, the National Security Coordinator's account with Fidelity. It is this same account under the hand of the National Security Coordinator, Joshua Chairman, that a check to the value of 49.1 million was put into another National Security Operations account at UMB Bank. So you could see that the monies were taken from Chairman's account. Chairman signed the checks and they were lodged in the BNC account.
Right.
So how can that be Adu Boahene's private account, which is a receptacle to fleece the nation? How can an operational account be private? And guess who is confirming all these things? Right. Their own prosecution witness, Edith. So I'm afraid I've heard somebody saying that, it is a whole arrangement to get the media to skew the facts. The facts are there for you to go and read. Nobody can improve upon the proceedings from the court. Mind you, they are certified as a proceeding of the court. If you read the proceedings, their own prosecution witness is pointing to the fact that, Adu Boahene has no private account of his own, where he will siphon money from a state BNC account and put it in there and then buy houses and the rest of them.
Is this an assessment of the evidence being led against your client? Are you assessing the viability or strength of the evidence being led against your client?
It's not my assessment of the evidence. It's the self-explanatory evidence. You see, it's in cold print. And if your station is interested, I'll deliver them to you to read it for yourself.
Right.
Nobody is trying to skew the proceedings, which you can't do. You understand? So these are what they call positive judicial confessions in favor of Adu Boahene. Via who? The prosecution witness.
The AG has also indicated that some issues being raised during the trial do not go to the heart of the case. For example, testimony about how funds are usually transported at the National Signals Bureau, including references to Ghana must go bags. I mean, how do you respond to that claim?
Well, it's unfortunate because that was their case. That in that private account of Adu Boahene, monies were carried in Ghana must go for private purposes. It turned out that, that is the modus operandi of national security. They lift monies in bags. And guess what? These bags that he's talking about, PW2, you see, their own witness is confessing that he went to the same UMB bank, which is Chairman's operational account, and took some money and brought it to his, boss. So what are you talking about? These are showing that you didn't understand the case from inception, and you believe that there was a private account that somebody was using to fleece the nation. Guess what is even embarrassing? This accountant is showing us that by every permutation, you can never convert 49.1 million Ghana cedis into 7 million United
US
States
dollars.
For any acquisition of cyber security system. And guess what? The so-called cyber security system that Attorney General says never arrived, you know, which tantamounts to defrauding by false pretense. It's in the realm called Ghana. There's concrete evidence that the machine is in Ghana. And it's being used as we are talking now. So the substratum of the Attorney General's case is gone.
Right.
And we've not even been called to open our defense.
Right. So
based on where we are.
Right. Based on all this, the evidence presented so far, proceedings so far, what is the overall position and response of your legal team regarding the case against your client?
Well, the prosecution is supposed to prove its case beyond reasonable doubt. Unfortunately for them, the prosecution is drumming home strong the innocence of our client.
Right.
So all the testimonies are showing that our client is innocent so far.
Very well.
And I'm confident that if you pay regard to the proceedings, you come to the same conclusion as me.
Very well. Counsel, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My
Grateful
pleasure
for your
as
time.
always. My pleasure as always.
Right. Lawyer Samuel Atta Akyea is counsel for Adu Boahene in the Signals Bureau case. Let's move on and bring